Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel, Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name is Tandra, and please excuse my voice today. I've been fighting a cold all week, and it has really been making me hoarse. So hopefully you'll be able to understand me okay, and everything will be all right. We are doing our weekly YouTube reading that Patreon members also get a chance to see. We do have a Patreon channel. You can sign up as little as $1 a month, and there is a link in the description that will send you there. But this is a very special reading today. And if you normally skip the intro, hopefully you won't today, but I'll try to tell a little bit about this in each reading as well. Because this is kind of a unique reading for me. I've never done one like this, nor have I really seen one like it either. So it's kind of unique. Basically today I want to give out messages to people that have had passed on loved ones. If there's a passed on loved one who would like to send you a message, I would like to be that medium or conduit to get that message to you. Now, that in and of itself isn't that unusual, but one of the things I've done today is I did some automatic writing, which I've done upon occasion and has worked out fairly well when I've done so. But today's purpose was to have a specific person come through for a specific viewer. And that is what these notes are on top of each pile. And then along with that, we have the tarot cards and the charms and the oracle spheres that will help us with other viewers. They'll be a little bit more general, but it'll be any kind of messages that want to get out there too, whatever. But I won't necessarily have specific names or a specific person for that part of the reading. That'll be typical pick a pile, pick a card reading and just messages from your past on loved ones. I've done those kind of readings before, so have many other tarot card readers, and so that part is not unusual. It's the very first part where there's a specific message for a specific person out there that is unique and different. And it was a little scary and a little nerve-wracking. I will tell you guys that. Like I said, this is my very first time doing this, and I'm not sure how it's going to work out. Hopefully it will work out really well, because if there is a message for somebody, that person, the universe should help them find this video. If you are the one that the message was for, or if you resonate with the other messages that come through, please let us know in the comment section. It's very helpful to us to know if I'm doing a good job, or if there's anything we need to improve, or if it's just not working, or whatever. I need to know those things. So do let us know what you can, okay? Because that would be very useful to me to know if this worked out, or if the person found their message, or that kind of thing, because that's really important. If you guys like this kind of reading and it works out really well, and you think it's nice to have these and would like to see them again or more of them, let me know. I can try to increase them if this is something you guys decide that you like. Okay, we are going to give you some time to reflect on which pile is best for you. You can watch more than one pile, because you have many passed on loved ones, and they might come through in different ways or in different piles. So we're not going to be restrictive on that. That's just whatever works for your gut instinct. Whichever your gut's saying, yeah, I need to watch this pile and that pile, or whatever. Okay? There will be timestamps in the description that will lead you directly to your reading, and we will see you there. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your messages from passed on loved ones. You guys are the one that chose the yellow message here. Now, if you missed it in the introduction, I do need to tell you a little bit about what's happening, because this is really important. This message that was written out here, I did some automatic writing, or I wrote down things that came to me, impressions that came to me. This message is for somebody specific from somebody specific. Okay? This is not a general reading in this particular note here. The pile, the tarot cards, and the charms that we'll be looking at, those are more general. Those could be from several different passed on loved ones to several different people out there. There'll be messages that they want to just kind of impart to you. We probably won't get specific names or specific people or anything like that coming through. That won't be the way this particular reading goes. This will be like a typical pick a card reading where there'll be messages, hopefully, for those of you who have picked a pile, but they won't be calling out you specifically or a specific person. But this particular message, which we will do first, is for somebody specific, and it is from somebody specific that's passed on. Okay? So, we will be getting to that. We will do our charms and our oracle spheres as well, so I'm looking forward to doing this. This is a unique reading for me. I've never done this way. So we're going to get to it. We're going to see how it goes. Do remember to tell me what you think of this reading, whether or not you like it, don't like it, want to see more of them, whether or not the message was for you specifically and you were glad to get it, or whether or not the other messages resonated with you and you thought this was neat, or think that it was a bad idea and you were disappointed that it wasn't for you, or whatever. Just let us know, because we want to know what you guys' thoughts are on this, and I really think that's important. Okay, so let's look at our specific message first, and then we'll get on to the general messages for the everybody else. All right. Now, I did not rewrite this or anything else. This is just notes that I wrote as I was getting impressions. When I get messages from people, sometimes I hear things, sometimes I see things pop into my head. Sometimes I get impressions, or something that reminds me of something, or that kind of thing. So a lot of different things happen here to have this happen, and it was actually different for each pile today too on how that happened too. So everybody has their own unique way of getting their point across, I guess. All right. So the very first thing I thought I heard was Sally. Now it turned into salad later. So the Sally may not be important here, because at first I thought it might be Sally was the person that this was for, or that it was the name of the passed on loved one. So I'm not sure about that. That was kind of vague, because like I said, it turned into salad because I started seeing garden stuff. I started seeing a lot of gardening, flowers, and I also got the word sister came through. So I feel like this is somebody's sister that is coming through. They liked working with flowers. They liked gardening. They liked doing that kind of thing. That came through pretty clear. That's why I wasn't sure if Sally was really important or not, because, salad was vegetables and things. So I wasn't sure about that. So I thought I would put it out there and let you guys, figure out what's going on there. I did get blonde hair out of this, and I think it was probably from the passed on person, but that did come through. They did not want to say how they died necessarily, or didn't want to talk about it, but I did possibly get a feeling of maybe cancer came through there just a little bit. But what came through message-wise was that everything's beautiful and they're extremely happy where they're at. That's what came through for that. So those were the impressions and the thoughts and the things that came through for that. So that is for somebody specific, from somebody specific. So if that resonated with you and you understood what was going on with that, then that was for you. All right. So I'm very excited to hear from you guys on that. Now let's get on to the rest of the messages, because there's a lot of messages trying to come through. I can feel it. They're kind of pushing. I want to say something. Okay, so here we go. We've got 2 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. And we got the Star card. Okay. We've got the 5 of Swords, the King of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. All right, and then we got the Strength card. We got the Knight of Cups. Wow. We have the Five of Cups and the Ace of Wands. All right, I've got a couple different messages kind of coming through, but give me just a moment. I want to make sure whatever messages that they're trying to impart to you, because there's more than one of them. There's more than one person trying to get messages out here. So give me just a moment to think about this for a minute and try to separate these out. Okay. First of all, the first energy I got was siblings. I guess that's pretty strong for this reading today. But I got siblings, I got closeness, I got maybe not even siblings, maybe just super close friend. This may be a really close friend wanting to put messages out there. But, you get this idea of palling around, closeness, growing up together, feeling a lot of love towards each other. I get a lot of that energy coming through here. So that is definitely a resonance there. That's one of the people coming through, is that there was a lot of love, a lot of youthful energy. Now, for everybody watching this reading, one of the messages that's coming through from like the people who are trying to send the messages, so I guess it's kind of a collective message, is that you do have some conflicts, some types of things. I get the feeling that this person's passing has caused some issues in your confidence, in your desire to manifest things, that it is kind of shaking you up in such a way that you were very much on a path. You're a very self-confident type of person, is what I'm getting here. So that those of you watching this, see if this resonates with you. But you were very self-confident. You were kind of a go-getter. You knew what you wanted. You knew how to go get it. You were well on your way to the types of things that you wanted to see in your life. But this person's passing, however that happened, kind of shook you up in such a way that you lost a little bit of confidence. It wasn't as easy for you to be a go-getter, or to go out there and do what you needed to do to get where you wanted to go. And so the message that's coming through with this is that you need to get that strength back, that they're still with you. They are still your guide, your companion, your pal. They love you dearly. They see what's happening. They're walking alongside you constantly. They're they'll help guide you if possible. They're part of your spirit team now. They're part of the people that will help guide you through the things in your life, so that you don't have to lose that closeness that you thought that you've lost. Okay? That's the message that's coming through for you guys. It's a really good message. I really kind of like that. Let me see if there's any other messages here, anything else that you guys might need to hear, or that they would like to put out there for you. But that's the main message there for you guys. Let's see what else. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to our charms, and we'll see what those have to say for us. All right, So let's take a look and see what other messages might come through with the charms or anything else that they might want you to know. I'm so sorry about my voice. It's so scratchy today. I'm having a hard time talking. Alright. Alright. Well, we have the here and now. We have the choose happy. We have the grace. Okay, so I like all of this energy here. They would definitely like you to choose to be happy. Know that you have grace that's bestowed upon you right now. And also look at the here and now. Try not to dwell on the past too much. Try not to, look at what's happening in your life right now and the goodness that's going on now. We do have a 3. That might mean some creativity is in order here. So that's something that you should look into. Also, 3 is communication and so forth. So they feel like communicating is very important right now for you, and that this communication is also very important. So that was just something that kind of went out there. You do have the dragon and you have the confident kitty, or the pouncing kitty. Those energies are very much go after what really matters to you. You know, the dragon energy is that fiery, passionate energy. The confident kitty, like I said, it's important to get your confidence back. It's important to do that. So that message is still coming through. So that's just something that they would like to get out there for you. This was interesting. When I saw the letters, I first of all thought it said CSI, which, would be like, some sort of investigation or crime scene or something. And I don't know why it came through that way, because it's actually CSN. And then when CSN came through, I thought of like television or some sort of like network kind of thing. So, I don't know what CS could stand for. For some reason, I thought of Christian Science Network. I don't know why. But whatever resonates with you on that, like whatever the letters can stand for you, they could be initials. You might think of specific words when they come to mind for you, because sometimes that happens for me. So we just kind of let the letters kind of work with you on their own, like what they're trying to tell you there. We also have the shell with the pearl in it. And to me, that usually signifies something special. That basically what you guys had relationship-wise was something special. And they're acknowledging that you basically were the pearl in the shell, to each other. That basically, you fit together really well that way, and you brought out the best in each other. That's kind of the message I'm getting. And like I said, they still want to help you do that. They still want to be there for you with that as part of your spirit team. So that's important for you guys to know. Let's go ahead and do our oracle spheres. This is where you think of a yes or no question. These have a yes or no type of answer, and then we have 4 different stands for you to choose from. We have bronze, silver, blue, and green today. You decide which stand you would like to get your answer on, and then we will go through and get our answers. So number 1, bronze, is a no. Number 2, silver, is a not now. Number 3, blue, is a not likely. And then number 4, green, is a maybe. So we have a no, a not now, a not likely, and a maybe. So there's your Oracle Sphere answers for today. Thank you so much for being here for the reading. Please remember to let us know what you think of this reading. This was unique and different for me, and I'm a little nervous about it. I'm putting them, out there, but I was very excited to do it as well. So I want to hear all your thoughts on this if we can. Give the video a thumbs up. Share the channel with your friends and family. If this particular reading did not seem like it came for you specifically, but you thought of somebody when the reading came out, then let them know about it. Give them a chance to see it, because maybe you seeing it was their avenue to being able to see it. That's possible. So all of that is very helpful to us. We appreciate it greatly. We look forward to seeing you for future videos. Don't forget about Patreon. If you'd like to sign up over there, we put a unique video up every month, as well as we do daily messages, quick daily messages from Spirit every day over there. So if you want to sign up and get those videos as well. For those of you that are Patreon members, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. We do put out videos every week on YouTube, so we look forward to seeing you guys. And may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your messages from passed on loved ones. If you missed it in the introduction, I do need to say something specific here so that you understand what's happening. The particular note message automatic writing that we did on the pink paper here is from somebody specific who has passed on to somebody specific that they wanted to get the message to. Okay? That's new, that's different. I've never done that before. So that's the way that works. And then the tarot cards and the charms and the oracle spheres and whatnot is for the collective. It is specific collective messages from passed on loved ones that they want to get out there to you. So it's basically a group that has kind of the same messages that will go through for the people who will pick pile 2. And there'll be, more general messages, but they're ones that, they want to get out to you guys. Those are like other message videos we've done in the past. So that has a more traditional flavor to it as well. Okay, so we kind of have a little bit of both going on there today. So I wanted to make sure you guys understood what was happening in the reading, because this is different for us and this is new. And we're going to give this a shot. So the first thing we're going to do is read the specific message. To see if that resonates with you specifically or anybody you know. And then we will go on to the more collective message. Okay. Now, I did not rewrite these. I get feelings and impressions. I sometimes see things. I sometimes hear words or other things will come to me. So basically I had, in this particular one especially, it was practically all silent. It was just different visual things came to me, or things, I guess I did hear a little bit, but mostly it was fairly silent. So I'm going to tell you what came through, and then you'll know whether or not this was for you specifically or not. Okay. First of all, I got the word Brian. Okay, I don't know if this is for the passed on loved one's name or for the one that they are trying to communicate with. Okay, I think it was their name, but I'm not entirely certain. So I wanted to let you guys know that. I saw a suit in an office, and I also saw the person smoking, which, so I kind of get the idea that this person was a businessman or liked to wear suits a lot or worked in an office. Tended to smoke. I think the message is for their wife or girlfriend, or somebody significant like that they had in their life. Okay, I think that's what the message was for. They're a very visual person. That's what I was saying earlier about not really hearing a lot. They were very visually oriented. And the message that came through, this is a little, semi-trivial, but maybe not. It might be really important to you guys. Was that they like what you have done with your hair. So I guess maybe recently you've changed something with your hairstyle, or that, there was something like that. But that was what the message that came through. Now, this may seem a little silly, talking about somebody coming through with a message like that. But from what I can get from that is it's to kind of prove that it's them. That basically that would be the kind of thing that they would say. that would be the kind of thing that they would notice. And then that way you know that, yep, that's the right person. That's, for me, or that message was for me or somebody I know. So that's the way I kind of took that. But also, I also saw it as letting you know that they're watching you, they're paying attention to what you're doing, and that kind of thing too. So, a lot of loved ones like to tell us that. They like to tell us that, hey, I'm with you. I see you. I know what's going on in your life. I, very much, care about you still, and those kinds of messages. So that was kind of what came through for that. Okay, so that's what came through on that. So we'll let you guys do with that whatever works for you guys. Now let's go ahead and we'll look at our tarot cards here and see what other messages are coming through from some other passed on loved ones for you guys. Okay. All right, we have the Hierophant. We got the Judgment card. Interesting. We got the Three of Cups. The Four of Cups. The Ace of Wands. The Hermit. Okay. Justice. The Nine of Cups. The World card. And the Seven of Cups. Okay, wow. First of all, one of the things that came through, that's coming through as part of this reading, is that either you or the person imparting the message, or both of you together, there's a lot of spirituality and religion and that kind of energy flowing through this reading. Okay, so maybe it was somebody you knew through church, or maybe church was very, very important to you or to them or to both of you together. Maybe you guys, attended church together frequently, or you explored maybe your spirituality or your relationship with the divine with them, something like that. Okay, that is definitely a huge, huge energy coming through here. So that is one way to know whether or not this particular pile has messages for you or not, is if that resonates with you. Okay, that's the first thing that's come through. And the first thing that I thought of is there's a lot of that energy of the Almighty or the All-Powerful or God, or somebody like that. Either you trying to reach out to them, or you trying to get connected with them, or them passing judgment on things that you've done, or you choosing to do things in your life based on directions from them, that kind of energy, okay? So hopefully you'll understand what we're talking about when it comes to that. Now, give me just a moment to figure out the exact message that they would like to impart to you here, because I got that whole resonance, so, to say, hey, this is our connection, but I would like to see what specific message they want you to know. Well, first of all, I feel like they feel like your connection with Spirit is still very, very important. They don't want you to lose it. They don't want you to lose faith. They don't want you to abandon the progress that you've made towards that kind of thing. Okay? They want you to continue to meld and to communicate with Spirit, and to let Spirit into your heart. Let Spirit guide you. Let your spirituality guide you and bring balance to your life, help you move forward in the projects that you would like to do, the kinds of things you'd like to have happen in your life, things like that. So they really, really, really want you to rely on your spirituality a lot. They consider it extremely important in your life. They feel like it will lead you in the right direction. If you meditate, they want you to keep doing that. If you don't, starting would be nice. They would like for you to do that, or however you can to connect with spirit, because the energy I'm getting is that you guys have been trying to do that, maybe, that you haven't totally dropped it by the wayside, but that you've had a little trouble communicating. There's been just a little bit kind of getting in the way, a little bit, some passions and some anger and some other energies like that have been kind of getting in the way, and that's been difficult for you guys. And so they're trying to let you know that they want you to keep working at it, keep doing it, because they feel like that's very important. Okay? So hopefully that resonates with you guys and you understand what we mean by that. And you'll know that message is for you or for somebody else. Let's go ahead and look at our charms and see what other messages we might have. All right, let's see if there's any other messages. Okay, let's see what came through. All right. Well, we do have an 8 and a 1, so we'll talk about those in just a minute. Let's see what else we got here. We got Cancer and Aquarius, some water signs. Well, Aquarius isn't not a water sign, but I always think of water when I think of Aquarius because they're pouring water. Okay, and then we've got the Ace of Cups. There's the water we're looking for. Okay. Okay, well, first of all, we have Cancer and Aquarius. So it's interesting because Cancer is a water sign. It deals a lot with home life, mother, setting up the home, things like that. Aquarius is friendship. You think a lot of friendships when you think of Aquarius, but you also think of balance. We talked about balance in your life, how important that was. You have the Justice and a couple of other cards that denote that kind of balance. And so I do think that finding balance in your life is very important. Also, Cancer or Aquarius could be very important for the person the reading's for, or the one that is imparting the messages. So we're going to let that go with that and let you guys decide on that. Now, the 8 and the 1. 8s to me denote success in business, finances, abundance, those kinds of things. Also, if you think of the 8 of Wands, you think of swiftness and things moving quickly. Okay? But that's the energy I get when I see 8s. And then 1s are an independent type of thing. They're, go out on your own, be confident, focus on yourself, be a leader kind of energy. And I kind of had that energy a little bit with some of these other things as well. In that we've got the rooster. Roosters are very much, leaders of their, flock and their hens or whatever they have. They're the leaders. They're going to tell them what to do, so forth. You also have the ace here, which is starting out new, afresh. It is a cup, so once again, it has to do with emotions. It has to do with your feelings, your connection with spirit, and so forth. You have the Star Kitty, which deals with intuition. It also deals with that connection with the divine, that connection with spirit, and so forth. So, once again, that is a huge, huge, huge factor in your reading, that they feel like that connection is extremely important. But that also going out on your own, being a leader, be willing to be confident, and then it's interesting how you have the pair here, because let me try to get this out the way I want to think about it. I feel like you guys in the past have felt like you can't go it alone, or that you shouldn't go it alone, or that you need somebody else to help prop you up all the time. And in this reading, what they're trying to say is that is not the case. That you'll always have their support and they'll always be there from that point of view, but that you can succeed on your own, and you should. That your connection with Spirit is almost like you're not on your own, okay? Technically you're on your own, here by yourself and so forth, but that because you have this connection with Spirit, and because you're building this connection and continuing this connection, because you have that, you're never truly alone. And you're never truly working on all of these things alone and so forth. So we've got balance, we've got your connection with Spirit, we've got your independence and leadership qualities, and we also have the opportunity for abundance and for beautiful things coming through. Okay, so those are kind of the messages that we've got flowing through your energy here. So take those the way you can. Let's go ahead and look at your oracle spheres. We have 3 different stands. We got bronze, silver, blue, and green. You decide which one you'd like to get your answer on, and we'll go get your answers. Number 1, bronze is not now. Number 2, silver is a maybe. Number 3, blue is also a maybe. And then a number 4, green is a yes. So we have a not now, a maybe, and a yes. So there's your oracle sphere answers for today. Thank you so very much for being here for the reading. Do let us know what you think about this format. Let us know if you thought it was a good thing, bad thing, whether or not it resonated with you, whether or not you would like to see more of these kind of readings, that kind of thing. Let us know. That's very, very, very important to us. Also, if you could share the channel with your friends and family, especially if any of this resonated towards them, like if you thought of somebody specifically when you heard this stuff, that would be great. Do check out our other videos. Don't forget about Patreon if you haven't already signed up over there. You do have the opportunity to do so for as little as $1 a month if you would like to do that. You get access to exclusive videos every week, as well as our longer video every month. All right, guys, we look forward to seeing you again, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading, Messages from Past on Loved Ones. If you missed it in the introduction, I do need to tell you something kind of important here. Excuse my voice. It's been very, very scratchy this week, so hopefully you can hear me and we're all good. All right, what I need to tell you is that this particular note, or random scribblings actually, when I was channeling, I have a specific message from a specific person to a specific person. So this particular message is from one specific passed on loved one to a specific person that will should hopefully get a hold of the video somehow. Spirit will get the video to them. So that's what this is. And we will be doing that first. That's new. That's different. I've never done that before. I'm a little nervous about it, but I think it's worked out pretty well. I really like it. I'm really hoping the messages get to who they're for. The rest of the reading will be very similar to the way these readings have gone in the past. They're more for collective. They're a collective message from a group of passed on loved ones that are trying to get messages out to people that are still here. And they're more general messages. They're more, not necessarily specific for a specific person, but that they're messages that your past loved ones would like for you to know, or things that they want to put out there for you guys. Okay. We will be doing our charms as well that will help along with that, as well as our oracle spheres. So let's get started. We're going to do the specific message first and find out what that's all about. When I get these messages, I sometimes will see things, I sometimes hear things, sometimes I have feelings about stuff. Stuff will just kind of pop into my head, it feels like. But that's how I get the messages, is in different forms. And so what I did is, when I got a message, I wrote, when something came to me, I wrote it down. Very messy. So I'm going to go through these, and we're going to try to make some sense of them, or put them in some way that it makes sense. Okay? First of all, I got a name, Michelle, that came through. I don't know if this was the person who passed or the person that the message is for. I'm not entirely certain on that. That didn't come through very clear. I did feel a pregnancy, and I do think it was probably the person who passed away. Somehow I got the feeling that they might have passed away in childbirth or soon after giving birth to a child. I also had 70s type of clothing come to mind, like a long dress type of deal, that I thought maybe this happened in the 70s, like maybe the person passed then in the 70s, or they liked that type of style and they wore it a lot. I'm not exactly entirely sure, but I believe that they probably passed away in the 70s. Okay, that's the way it came through to me anyway. All right, and the message that came through with this was, I believe this message is for their child. Okay, and that they had passed away soon after giving birth, so the person didn't have their mother growing up. And what the message is that they've been there throughout every major moment in your life. That they've, kissed you on the forehead. They've been there when you took your first steps, and when you learned to ride a bike, and, your first formal dance. Also, the beach comes to mind here. So I don't know, that might have something important to do. Maybe you guys go to a beach frequently, or you've been on the beach, or it's an important part of your life or their life, or something to help confirm that this is for you. I'm not exactly sure where the beach came in when I thought of that. But so what I'm getting here is that they want you to know that every major moment throughout your life, and even the ones that weren't that major, that they've been there. They've watched you. They've, been at your side the whole time. They're continuing to do so. They see everything you do, and so forth. That, that they're, I think sometimes we wonder, when people pass away a long time ago, whether or not they've been there with us, or they've seen things with us. And I think to hear that, or to know that they've been there, that they've, seen our triumphs, seen our sorrows, seen other stuff, and that they're right along with us throughout this journey, I think means something a lot. I actually lost my mother back in, well, it's 1980, but it was like January 1980, so basically the 1970s. And there's been a couple of times that I felt her and knew she was there, and she was with me, but for the most part, you're like, well, are they there? Do they notice these things? Do they care? Are they, have they gone on with other lives and just, that's it? Or whatever. So I think that's kind of a nice message to know, or at least that was the feeling I got, that it was nice for you to know. I mean, you never got to know your mother, so it's nice to hear now that, that person was there for you, and is continuing to be there for you without you even necessarily realizing it. I think that's kind of cool. So, all right, let's go on to the more collective reading, the more general messages from lots of passed on loved ones to lots of you guys. So let's take a look and see what they're having to say to you guys today. We got the Four of Pentacles. We got the Page of Wands. We got the Nine of Swords. We got the Four of Swords. We got the Two of Swords. We got the Sun card. We got the Fool card. The Ace of Cups. The Five of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles. Okay, wow. Well, the first thing that came through was that there is a lot of worry and anxiety and uncertainty on your part. That they can see a lot of this, like I said, anxiety, uncertainty, worry, maybe even anger, a little bit might be there as well. But that they, that's what they're seeing right now going on with you guys, okay? They understand that you're in this mode and why. They've got it. They get it. But they would love for you to work your way out of that mode and into more of a giving, feeling, happy way of looking at things, okay? Let me try to... There's another way to put this. I'm trying to get a better idea here. Basically, you guys have a choice, okay? You can decide to sit and brood and worry and look at the past and not ever move any farther forward. Just kind of be stuck in that energy. Or you can choose to look at what life has to offer, pay attention to that, learn all about it, experience new things, realize that you won't always get everything exactly right from the beginning, but that, it's a learning process, a learning curve, and that, once you have learned, you should, be able to master things, but that follow your instincts and your heart and what matters to you, and that by doing so, you will feel a lot more carefree, a lot more excitement, a lot more happiness than what you are generally feeling right now. Okay? So that's the message they basically have for you is, you've got a choice to make. You'll need to decide which way you would like things to go, and that choice is yours, and that once you make that decision, they will work with you as best they can on that. Okay? Let's move on to our charms. Let's see what else we might be able to discern from this today. Okay. All right. Let's see. Not very many charms here. Okay. Interesting. We have a 1, 3, 5, and then we have balloons, and we have the Star Bunny. Okay. 1 is the leadership. 1 is moving forward. 1 is new things, starting out new things. Being your own independent, being your own boss. Being your own leader, that kind of thing. The 3 energy is very much into creativity, communication, uh, pretty much, like I said, creativity, learning, apprenticeship, uh, sometimes a group of three, like your peers and so forth. That's where three comes from. And in your case, um, I think three could be very beneficial for you, especially if it was a cups or something like that, because that means you've got your community there and that kind of thing. So we'll kind of let that be something you will interpret yourself, however you like to do that. We do have the Five of Wands, and fives do denote change a lot of times, or they denote learning. Five of Wands especially, it's very much a learning card. It's very much an apprenticeship type of deal, or learning how to fight, or learning, how to be an adult, or that kind of thing. And so the energy I'm getting then with this is that it's okay to mess up a little bit. It's okay not to get it on the first try. You're still in the learning phase, and that they don't expect you to get everything right the very, very first time. Keep trying, keep working at it, keep looking at it. Okay, so that was important. Also, the balloons. To me, you get this air energy because you think of balloons being up in the water, but up in the air. I don't know why I said water. Being up in the air. So newness. I also get balloons for children, and children with new ideas and new thoughts and new ways of looking at things. And with you having the full energy, and the sun, and all that, that's basically where your past life loved ones want you to be. They want you to feel happy, content, out in the sun, like you can enjoy yourself, and so forth. And that's the way I'm seeing things here, is that they want you to have all of the joy in life that you're not letting yourself have at the moment. Okay? That you're letting your fears and other things hinder you in that. Okay? So, there you go. And actually, I don't know why, but I need to pull a few more charms, so we're going to do that. Okay? It's interesting how we have the two. Twos are coming together, they're building, and so forth. I also like how you have the 1, 2, 3. That's a progression in my thoughts. Here is that you're progressing along the path pretty well. We do have the 5 energy. The 5s do denote some upheaval. They do denote some learning, some other stuff. So I think it's still really important, because we also have Saturn here as well. It's important for you to realize that not everything is going to go very quickly. Some things are going to take time, effort, and patience. That's what Saturn represents. The 5s represent change, but they also represent knowing certain things, things happening that would cause you to change things up. 5s are change energies, and so forth. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for things to change up, and be a little bit more, take longer to do what you want to do, because of Saturn being there. Saturn will give fruits very easily if you work at it and you work hard. Saturn requires a lot of hard work. Okay? But that's just the message that you guys have there. So hopefully that will resonate with you and you've got an idea of what to do with that. All right, let's take a look at your oracle spheres. We have 4 different stands. We have green, blue, silver, and bronze. You decide which stand you'd like to get your answer on. You think of a yes or no question, and we'll go get your answers. So number 1, green. Is very likely. Number 2, blue, is not likely. Number 3, silvers, and not now. And number 4, bronze. Is a not sure. Alright, so we have a not likely, a not likely, a not now, and a not sure. I'm sorry, the very first one was very likely. I don't know why I said not likely. Alright, guys, thank you so much for being here for the reading. Please tell us what you thought of this reading, whether or not it was one that you'd like to see more often, whether or not you thought it was something good and that you got something useful out of it, or whether or not you hate it and don't ever want to see another one like it again. Either way, we very much appreciate knowing. Also, if you ever find out who the direct message was for or how that goes, let us know that as well. We appreciate that. Do look at our Patreon. You can sign up for as little as $1 a month. You get access to a lot of exclusive videos over there. And also, if you check out our YouTube channel, that's really important as well, especially if you can share it with your friends and family. We have so many videos out there on so many different topics. We would just love for you guys to see them. Alright, guys, we look forward to seeing you again, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.